Welcome to the Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System. Made available and customized to meet your current good manufacturing practices in manufacturing, packaging, labeling, or holding operations for dietary supplements compliance requirements for programs, policies, procedures, forms for records, and training. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks compliance for programs, policies, procedures, forms for records, and training, which are the prerequisite interpretation of Title 21 Code of Federal Regulation Part 111 requirements. General provisions. Personnel. Physical plant and grounds. Equipment and utensils. Production and process control system. Quality control. Master manufacturing record. Batch production record. Laboratory operations. Manufacturing operations. Packaging and labeling components and operations. Holding and distributing. Return dietary supplements. Product complaints. Records and record keeping. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks general provision compliance for manufacturing, packaging, labeling, holding a dietary supplement, definitions, statutory provisions, and regulations. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks personnel compliance for written procedures requirements, microbial contamination prevention from sick or infected personnel, hygienic practices, qualifications, supervisor requirements, and records. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks physical plant and grounds compliance for sanitation, written procedures, cleaning, pest control, design, construction, and records. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks equipment and utensils compliance for written procedures, calibration, inspections, cleaning, sanitation, design, construction, workmanship, controls, and records. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks production and process compliance for production controls, process controls, quality controls, operations controls, specifications, sampling, reserve samples, material review and disposition, treatments, in-process adjustments, deviation, reprocessing, and records. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks quality control compliance for written procedures, QC personnel's responsibilities, laboratory QC operations, material review and disposition QC operations, equipment, instruments and controls, components, packaging, labels and labeling, master manufacturing record, batch production record, and manufacturing, returns, product complaints, records and record keeping. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks components, packaging and label compliance for written procedures, examinations, quarantine operations, representative sample collection, QC review and approval, unique lot identification, receiving, rejecting, holding and releasing operations, records and record keeping. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks master manufacturing record compliance for establishment, formulation, specifications, controls, procedures, records, name, component list, weight and measures, intentional overages, theoretical yield, descriptions, written instructions, sampling, cross-referencing, manual operations, and corrective action plans when specifications are not met. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks batch production record compliance for preparation, production, control, records, batch, lot or control number, equipment and processing lines identifications, date and time of maintenance, cleaning and sanitations, component unique identification, weight, measure, actual and theoretical yield, test and examination, monitoring results, documentation, responsible personnel, approval, rejection, reprocessing and release, review and disposition. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks laboratory operations compliance for written procedures, test and examination methods, laboratory facilities, components, specifications, laboratory control processes, QC reviews and approvals, sampling plans, representative samples, standard reference materials, records and record keeping. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks manufacturing operations compliance for designs, written procedures, washing, cleaning and sanitation, precaution and prevention of contamination, microorganism and decomposition controls, water use, chemical and microbiological testing, identification, holding and segregation, mechanical manufacturing steps, foreign object controls, quarantine system, disposition, records and record keeping. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks packaging and labeling operations compliance for written procedures, specifications, reconciliation, examination, traceability, filling, assembling, holding, packaging and labeling operations, cleaning and sanitizing controls, batch, lot and control number, representative sample examinations, disposition, repackaging and relabeling, QC approval and rejection authority, quarantine system, records and record keeping. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks holding and distributing operations compliance for written procedures, conditions, identification, in-process operations, reserve samples, retained dates, records and record keeping. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks return dietary supplement operations compliance for written procedures, identification, quarantine system, QC approval and reevaluation, material review, disposition decision, disposal, destruction, salvage approvals, redistribution, reprocessing, investigation of manufacturing process, batch traceability, testing and examinations, specification verification, records and record keeping. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks product complaints operations compliance for written procedures, identifications, investigations, personnel qualifications, reviews and replies, specification verification, QC review and approvals, findings and follow-up actions, batches and records traceability, records and record keeping. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System tracks records and record keeping compliance for written records, record keeping past the shelf life, records integrity, electronic record compliance per Title 21 of the Code of Federal Regulations Part 11, and records made available for FDA. The Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System offers versatility, adaptability, accessibility anywhere, anytime, with any device. It offers unlimited access, unlimited storage, organized to comply with the current good manufacturing practices. Search function for ease of document or file location. Audit function to meet regulatory body requirements as well as your internal audit requirements. Includes compliance activity functions to track your compliance action items and your annual review requirements. Includes records, files and document monitoring of your programs, policies, procedures, forms for records, and training. Includes support both for IT, navigation, and use. Expandable to support multiple operations, locations, and tracks compliance in real time. Ready to get started? Simply pick your Dietary Supplements Compliance Management System dashboard, your applicable process, and the rest is handled by your Consultare compliance team. For a free consultation, contact Arnell Ryan at 1-703-906-9719 or via email at arnell@consultareinc.com.